Have you ever had your gynecologist recognize you from a dating app? I hadn't been to a gynecologist in 3 years. Between changing jobs and moving cities, I kept putting it off. But when I started having issues, I finally made an appointment at the highest-rated clinic in Boston. I was already nervous, sitting in that paper gown when Dr. Winters walked in. Tall, professional, maybe early 40s. He glanced at his chart, then at me, and his face went pale. "Oh God," he muttered. "Stephanie?" My stomach dropped. "Have we met?" He set down the chart, rubbing his face. "We matched on Hinge 2 weeks ago. We've been texting every night. I'm supposed to pick you up for dinner tomorrow." I wanted to die right there. Not just matched, we'd been having deep conversations, sharing embarrassing stories, even exchanged some flirty texts that were definitely past professional boundaries. "Your profile said your name was Steph," he said weakly. "And you said you were David the architect." He laughed nervously. "I am David. Architecture was my first degree before medical school. I just didn't want to deal with people making doctor jokes on dating apps." We stared at each other. I was basically naked under a paper gown. He was holding my medical chart. This was the most awkward moment of my entire life. "Should I leave?" I asked. "I can find another doctor." He shook his head. "The next available appointment anywhere decent is 3 months out. You said you're having pain. That needs to be addressed." He was right. The pain had been getting worse. "Can we just pretend we don't know each other?" He put on gloves. "I'll try. But you literally told me about your most embarrassing moment last night, and now this is happening." We both started laughing. It was so absurd we couldn't help it. "Okay," he said, taking a deep breath. "I'm going to be completely professional. We never matched. We never texted. I definitely don't know about your weird fear of butterflies." "You literally sent me a butterfly emoji last night," I protested. "That was evil." "I'm sorry. I thought it was cute." The exam was the most surreal experience. He was completely professional, explaining everything, but we both knew we'd been flirting for 2 weeks. He found several concerning cysts that needed immediate treatment. "You should have come in sooner," he said, writing prescriptions. "These could have turned serious." After getting dressed, I sat in his office for the follow-up discussion. "So, about tomorrow's dinner," I started. "We can't," he said immediately. "I'm your doctor now. It would be completely unethical." I nodded. "Right, of course." But then he added, "Unless you find a different gynecologist. Dr. Harrison across town is excellent. I could refer you." We looked at each other. "That would take 3 months," I said. "Your treatment can't wait that long," he agreed. "So we're stuck." Seems like it. 2 weeks of great conversations, genuine connection, and it was over before it started. I got treated for the cysts, had to see him for 3 more follow-ups. Each appointment was professionally perfect and personally agonizing. We both knew what we were missing. 6 months later, after my last follow-up, he officially transferred my care to Dr. Harrison. That night, my phone buzzed. "Hi, you're not my patient anymore. Dinner?" I stared at the text for a full minute. "Isn't this still weird?" "Incredibly weird," he replied. "But I haven't been able to stop thinking about you for 6 months. Also, I now know way too much about your medical history to be scared off by anything." We went to dinner. He brought me butterflies made of napkins as a joke. I told him his exam room small talk needed work. We dated for a year before I finally told my friends how we'd actually met. They were mortified. "You're dating your gynecologist?" "Former gynecologist," I corrected. Very important distinction. We got married last spring. During his wedding speech, he said, "I knew from our first meeting that Stephanie was special." Everyone thought it was romantic. Only we knew he meant the stirrups and paper gown meeting, not the Hinge match. My mom still doesn't know. She thinks we met at a coffee shop. Sometimes when she mentions how normal our meeting was compared to those awful online dating stories, David and I just smile at each other. If only she knew. Dr. Harrison was at the wedding. She pulled me aside and whispered, "In 30 years of practice, this is definitely a first." Then she added, "But he's a good man. Even if this is the weirdest love story I've ever heard." She's not wrong, but here's the thing. He saw me at my most vulnerable, literally and figuratively, and still wanted that dinner date. That's either true love or complete insanity. Maybe both.